Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living.
What's up, y'all? And good morning. Back out here again. 2 tags. So, y'all already know what's up with Tiffany. She needs a new clutch and transmission installed while we're at it. China, on the other hand. So China threw a battery light yesterday. I was test driving it. Man, look at that fucking, that shit. She is so clean. Got the subs installed. Installed it myself. Pretty easy. Now we bumping. Don't worry about my little wire mess. I didn't have the original wires, and I could have went around the back, but I don't know what I did. I was like, fuck it. I think I cut the wire too short. It doesn't really matter because you're not gonna see that shit anyway, so whatever. I threw a damn battery light. So I'm gonna see if my battery alternator is fucked up. I think it might be the battery because I know it fell over, and then a lot of the fucking fluid came out and it was on the bottom. I had to soak it up with some towels. So the way you check this, you use a multimeter, which I tell everybody, like some people that hit me up on Instagram and shit asking like how they figure out what's wrong with their cars and shit, like sensors. You need a multimeter, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna explain. You need a multimeter. Don't just change sensors and shit. Get a multimeter. Figure out what the sensor is supposed to read, if it has continuity or whatever you need to check, and see if that is the case. That's how you change sensors correctly without changing a whole bunch of them, and it's not your problem. Because somebody hit me up on Instagram and asked me how to fix it. They would have to a mechanic and they told them all these sensors without even checking the sensors. They just randomly tell them sensors and they changed it. And I told the dude, hey, get a multimeter, check it out for yourself, and see what it's supposed to read. So they didn't listen to me. Now they're spending a whole bunch of money on all these sensors that they didn't need. Alright, so this is how you test it. The car is off. Positive, negatives connected, right? On the multimeter, connected to volts. Right now it should be at 12 volts. It's at 12 volts. When I turn the car on, it should be at like 14, 15 volts. So we're gonna see right now. Make sure it's in neutral, because you never know. Now the struggle start too. It's not like I didn't want to turn on. We're running strictly off the battery. We're supposed to be at 14 volts. And we're only at 11. So that's telling me my alternator is shit right now. And or a fuse under the panel is bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull fuses, and I'm gonna see if I have a bad fuse, but my guess is it's a bad alternator. Look, the volts are going down too, slowly but surely. So we'll go ahead and turn this off, and yeah, so that's how you troubleshoot if your alternator is bad on an Integra. So yeah. Hopefully it's just a fuse, but I doubt it. I seriously think it's the alternator, so yeah. Now as you can see, my battery light is on. Oh, like that new setup, right? Woo. It's definitely the damn, it's the alternator. So see how quick that was? Instead of changing fuses, spending like $100-some on a battery. Get a multimeter because it's going to help you in the long run. It's not like something you're going to use one time. Trust me. Definitely not something you're going to use one time. So, alternator shit is not charging the battery. My car is running strictly off battery. I mean, I'll check fuses, but I doubt it's a fuse. If it is, then I'll add it in here and let you guys know. I'll check right now. I like that t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. I love the I need another one with a JDM front. So y'all know which car I'm working on that day. I have fuse checker. Got this from O'Reilly's a while ago. Finally found it. What you do is just put it up to a fuse. If the light comes on, then it's good. If it doesn't come on, then it's bad. I'm about to get down here and check these fuses. Okay, so I had 2 fuses, 10 and a 20. And as you can see, let me try to give it a light here. Or maybe not a light. You can see they're not burnt, like the ends are still connected, but I didn't get the light didn't come on. Usually when the light doesn't come on, that indicates that the fuse is bad. Because not all the times fuses will be burnt to indicate they're bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test the multimeter again. Like I said, this is important. And I'm going to set it this time to continuity. The little lines, like the little Wi-Fi looking line, set it to there. When you have continuity, it'll make this sound. Meaning that it's good. So let's see these tests are good or not. It doesn't look like it's damaged, but let's see. That one's good. That one's good as well. So there's continuity in there. This one, there's no like little metal things in there. I couldn't tell from where I was looking in the car, but there's no little metal things right there. So yeah, but see, it's good to test. At least you know that the fuse is good. And I taught you how to use a multimeter. Those are pretty much the basic things you're gonna use on a multimeter when you're dealing with your car. It's continuity and your voltage. Since mine are good, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this back in China. It's their known good workings. And we can just rule that oh shit. We can just rule that the problem that's wrong with this car, the battery light, is in fact the alternator. I gotta go pick one up. In Hawaii, so I know they're gonna be trying to text a nigga. Trying looking forward to. But also I guess I can do install video for the alternator. I never did one myself, so I'll be looking online to see how to do it. Then I'll show you guys how to do it. But let's take one last look at that steering wheel, because my last video was dark. Look at that. So I did, I was actually trying to sell this wheel, and I was trying to sell the JDM wheel with the hub, and nobody was biting, so I was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just put it on my car. So I used the JDM, the NRG wheel, as you can see, and I used the JDM hub. So I still have the JDM wheel if anybody wants it, but probably not. But yeah, so put that on there. And with this, it's actually the little cup, the hub cover or something, I don't know what the fuck, but it wouldn't really fit. So what I did, I put some electrical tape right there, and I wrapped it around to hold it. And it holds pretty, holds good. Look at that. So I'm not gonna go nowhere, because if not, it would have just been sagging down. So looks mint. Looks good, I say. I say it looks pretty damn good. I say this looks pretty damn good. Look at that. Okay, so just recap. I'll make sure I give out the right information as I come across it. So I read that if the battery is below 12.6 volts, then the battery is itself bad. I have a battery warning light on, so hopefully this is the case. This is like one of those things where I could test the alternator, but the only reason I can't test the alternator is because my battery is in the trunk. And to test the alternator, I need to like connect the, I think the positive part, the positive terminal, put using the multimeter, put the prone for the positive lead onto the positive part of the terminal, and then put the negative on top of the actual alternator, on the housing of it. But I can't do that, so in my case, I'm gonna have to, I'd rather go with the cheaper, well, it's not really the cheaper, well, it's the cheaper buy, yeah, and get the battery. Alternator, they have it at AutoZone, but it's just like $180, and then O'Reilly's doesn't have it in stock, and the ones that they do provide, I have to order or whatever. So I gotta wait for that to come in for it to maybe not be the issue. And that one costs, one is $130 and the other one's like $150, $160. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the battery, and hopefully that solves my issue for the battery light. I'll update you guys and let you know how that goes. It's pretty much an easy install, saying that's in my trunk. So hopefully that fixes the issue. Like I said, from what I'm seeing, they said it's supposed to be 12.6 volts. If it's anything lower than that, then it's a bad battery. And I'm going to tell you guys why I think it's a bad battery. For one, it's under 12.6 volts. It's actually 12.06, which is still under what it needs to be. When I turned the car on, we see that it was like at 11 volts, so it actually dropped, which could mean that the alternator is not charging it. But for my second clue, I think why it doesn't work is because my battery actually fell in my trunk. Like I told you guys, it has no support back there. I have to put some kind of support system so it doesn't fall over. But it fell over, and it was over for quite some time, and the battery acid actually fell in the bottom of my trunk. That's why I think it has a bad battery. I'm pretty sure there's some dead cells, because I lost quite a lot of battery fluid. The battery acid, yeah, I lost quite a bit of it. That's why I think it's actually the battery that is bad. Without having to check the alternator, that's my conclusion of why I think the battery is bad. If I wouldn't have dropped it in there, because like I said, it has no support, so when I turned, it fell over in the back. And I noticed it for a while. I mean, it hurt it, but I didn't think that would done it, because sometimes it makes noise, but it doesn't move, I don't know how, don't ask me how. We're gonna go get another battery and install it, and hopefully that fixes the issue. I'm gonna cross our fingers. Alright guys, so we got the battery right here. Better go ahead and take this thing to O'Reilly's right now. So let's go ahead and get on this road. I got a lot of stuff to do today and not a lot of time. So this is not one of the things I want to do today, but I have to, because if I don't, I won't have a ride to work tomorrow. So I don't know if this car will be available for me to drive. I don't know if my girl got something to do or what. But I go ahead there and get that battery, you guys. Back here again. O'Reilly's, man. This battery. There's this battery, yeah. Okay, so we got the new battery right there. Leaving O'Reilly's right now. Backing out this bitch. Head to the bank right now because my fucking debit card is tripping. So I gotta get a replacement debit card right now. I low-key want to go to Walmart right now, but I can't go to Walmart because I might see something in there I want, like a GoPro, and I can't get it because my car doesn't fucking work. So no point of wasting my time parking and walking inside to go and look if I know I can't buy shit. So yeah, pretty much sucks. Right now I'm in like a hot spot of, I just got my iPhone 6 Plus, my replacement, like about a week ago. I know you guys seen that video. But the only reason I got that phone and not upgraded was because I only owed $76 on it. So there's no point of upgrading when I can damn near own the phone with like one more payment. Which I still need to send that phone today before they try to charge me. Gotta back it up though. Instead of, like I said, upgrading, I just got another one so I can pay it off and own it. And that way I can just upgrade and have two phones at that point. And my iPhone 6 Plus can be my backup. But I'm looking for a gold one, so that's my only issue. I want to get a gold iPhone 7 Plus. See how that looks as far as like video quality and stuff like that, you know. But I was also want to get, I was like, shit, should I get that or should I get a GoPro? Because it's like, I already got a phone, so it doesn't make sense to get another phone, have a backup phone. I can always get it whenever, you know, like, but like for right now, I was like, shit, should I get a GoPro? I was thinking about getting a Hero 5. The iPhone has better low light than the Hero 5 will in some instances. It looks like it does. It's just like, only you can, you know, front facing camera, all of this shit. You can use it for more than one thing. The GoPro you literally only can use for recording. So I was just like, should I get a GoPro? I don't know. It's like I want one, but should I get one right now? The iPhone's probably gonna cost me close to $3 because I know I have to make like some kind of down payment. You know how they always want that shit. GoPro is like what, $3 something or some shit like that. I believe $350. I didn't say between $300 and $400. Let's just say it's probably not that much. It's like $400, but we'll just estimate $300 and $400. So just like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's like, yeah, I could get the music video software right now, but the first video I want to do was Tiffany, and Tiffany's not up right now. So just like, I don't think I want to do that yet. I could get a GoPro, but it's just like, I really want the GoPro for Tiffany because I'll be going to car meets with that car. I don't really plan to go to car meets with White China right now because she's not up to par. I'm actually trying to get her painted, the front end, a new bumper, I need a new driver's side door because it has a dent in it. So it's like a lot of stuff I want to do for that car before I actually like take it to a car meet and like put it in like car meet videos and shit like that, you know? It's like shit, no matter what I do, it's just like fuck, I don't know what to do. So yeah, I'm just stuck. So I'm still waiting for my front bumper to come in the mail. I guess Christmas kind of fucked my shit up. But on the tracking it says that it left like sender on the 20th. The 20th was a long time ago. We're in 2017 now. Going on 2 weeks, like, in a minute. I think like Thursday will be 2 weeks. I need to get in contact with Amazon and see what's up. I need to get in contact with FedEx. I'm gonna call them actually when I get home and see what's up with my package. Cause it says like that it's going from, it says that it won't be detected when it gets delivered. Like some shit like that or whatever. Like it didn't get a tracking order for delivery. I don't understand that shit. Like that doesn't make sense to me. I'll try to show you guys the message on my phone when I get back to the house or whatever. But that's what it says. I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. So yeah, I'm gonna call FedEx and see what's up, where my package is at. That's the only reason I haven't even ordered. I could have ordered the headlights, the corner lights, and the corner light support, or the corner light bracket. Only reason I haven't though is because I don't have the bumper yet. Like, if my mom's, because I sent it to my mom's house back in Cali, because they won't ship out here. So I'm like, all right, once she gets it, then I'm gonna order my stuff, because then that way she's gonna send like the next day or that same day, she's gonna send me my bumper. So that way it'll all come, you know, kind of around the same time. But I want to make sure she at least has it, like it's delivered first before I start ordering other things. Cause yeah, nobody got time for that shit. And I have like headlights and corner lights, and I don't have a front bumper. I gotta order the bumper again. And I'm like skeptical about, like, you know, nah. So I'm just gonna wait it out, see what's up. Call FedEx, like I said, see where everything's at. But I'm at the bank right now. I'm at a park. I know I'm rambling. Just trying to make this video, you know, a little lengthy for you guys, because I know you guys care about what I say and how I feel. Let's go ahead and go in this bank, man. Let's get my shit. Walk into the bank. I hope it's open, because I don't know if it is. Oh, it says holiday closing. Shit. God damn. It's closed, big fella. God damn. Go home, big fella. Let's see if my debit card works in this fucking machine. People always leave their receipts. I never understood that. Let's see if it'll let me withdraw money from here. Any other ATM I try to withdraw from, it won't let me. Give me my money. Oh, we got money. I was taking receipts. How much I got left? Ooh, I got a cool amount left. eBay calling my name. I'm gonna go back, head back to the house. I got some homework to do. Military homework. Gotta finish this fucking, some class shit. Oh, I can't believe that worked. I don't know why it doesn't work with other ATMs. Well, I guess it wasn't a waste of time. Got something accomplished. Now let's head back to the house. Two good places, Wingstop and Taco Del Mar. You got, if you in motherfucking, what was it, Mililani? That's the place to go right there. Or you can go to Mickey D's. Okay guys, I got one more job ahead of me before I get to the battery, this radio. When I took the sub wires out and shit, when I was trying to pull the radio to get the ones that go right here, when I was trying to get the plugs out of here, I actually pulled some of these out. These are the speaker wire for the actual car that goes into the unit. The only speaker that works is the one back here on that side. So I have to reconnect these, and that's an easy fix just with this. So I just gotta take the radio, the factory radio out to get to it, so that's gonna kind of suck, but yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. So let me pull this thing out, get this connected so she can have some nice little tunes in here. Let's see if this works. Make sure the back is working. Alright, so that's done, so it's working. Let's put this bitch back in. Alright, so I got the things plugged up. I'll show you the volts now. 12.59, which is where we're supposed to be at. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the car on and see if we have a battery light. We shouldn't, but just for shits and giggles, we're gonna see if we got one. If we got one, I'll be one upset motherfucker. So it's the first start. I literally just put the battery in, test it as I'll show you guys now. Let's see. Battery light is still on. So while I was doing that, let's go see if it's draining. Right now it's idling at 1700, like 1700 RPM. It looks like it's going down too. This is one of those times, like I said, you should make sure you check everything so you don't buy unnecessary stuff. This battery just cost me 115 bucks, so I'm just glad I got a new battery, but you know, I didn't need it, so I'll just keep this on here and make sure I show that it's in fact getting lower. So like I said, you guys, you always want to make sure you check everything. I know it's the alternator now, so, or it could be a regulator. Turn on the lights, turn on the AC, all that shit. Turn on the lights. I'm gonna turn the subs on. So we're gonna see. See, my amp is on. We want to turn more stuff on and make sure if it's draining, it's gonna go down faster. See that? Looks like it's staying there, but who knows when I start driving. So, still have that damn light on. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what we got. Maybe, hopefully, alternator door is just loose. So this back here. It's our alternator right here. Checking the wires for any damage. Doesn't appear to be any damages right here. Check the tension. I mean, it's pretty tight for the most part. So I think just the alternator is failing, you guys. There's no damage that I could see. I don't see any like fucked up wires or anything, so it's probably the alternator. Kind of sucks. Alright guys, so conclusion, another fail. Got a new battery, but car battery is not charging on the alternator. So there's no way for me to tell the battery from the alternator since it's so far apart. If I want to put it in the front there, I gotta, it's just a whole lot of shit. Looking to get a new alternator, and yeah, I was gonna get one today, but I was like, no, let me try to save. Get the cheaper part first, which is smarter if you don't know what the issue could be. To get the cheaper part first, which is 115 bucks compared to like 180. If you guys like the video, like, share, subscribe. You already know how to reach me, always in the description below. But until next time, salute.